Now I have to take the next big step towards my NBA dream. And I'm very proud and excited to announce that I will be joining the NBA G League Select Team.
And in the bottom middle screen, we have Patrick, who is with Hoopjunkie and has been just a friend and family and amazing friend, and has been an amazing friend of Kai in the Philippines. Feel free to ask questions, and Kai will answer, and we'll kind of circle back around. So TJ, how about you start us out?
Okay. All right. Thank you, Tita Patty and Tita Maria. Thank you so much for organizing this and having us over. Kai, una, congratulations to you. We're so proud of you. We're so excited for you. Of course, ako, top of mind, what I'm curious about is all your career, you've been the best player in all your teams, from grade school to high school, even the national team, and even when you went to TSF. Now you're going to join an elite team in the G League with Jalen, from what we're gathering from Jalen Green, all those other players. You might not be the best player right away. So have you prepared for this mentally, and what's it going to be like for you to play a role in a team like this?
Well, yun nga, nag-start ako maglaro ng basketball like sa Ateneo and sa TSF na hindi agad ako yung naging star player. So, I think naman na madali na para sa akin mag-adapt ng role, and lagi lang ako maghahanap ng mga spots or mga bagay kung saan ako magiging effective and kung saan ako makakatulong sa magiging team namin.
At the Basketball Without Borders camp in Chicago, I was able to talk to NBA head coach PJ Carlissimo. I talked to Karen Omlaff, assistant head coach of the Chicago Bulls, and I talked to 3 other AAU coaches. They all believe that you, Kai, are NBA material and you deserve to be in the NBA. But the only thing for now that would hinder you going to the NBA is that you need to gain weight now. You need to gain weight. So I was wondering if your conditioning team and you yourself have any set goal. You're listed at 210. Is there a set goal where you have to arrive to a certain weight that would enable you to withstand the physical play of the G League and moving forward?
Well, I actually weighed myself last week, and 229 na ako.
Wow.
And I'm still working out sa P3, and siguro yung target weight namin is around 230 to 240, something like that. Yan. So, ayun, parang same ulit ako, doon pa rin ako sa P3 since last hanggang ngayon.
Hi Kai, congrats.
Thank you.
In recent years, players like LaMelo Ball, RJ Hampton, and Terrence Ferguson played professional basketball in Australia. How do you think the NBA G League will prepare you better for the NBA draft?
I think it's better exposure kasi yung dream ko and yung goal ko is maging NBA player, and kung yun yung goal ko, mas maganda kung nandun na tayo sa mas malapit. And I think naman na mas competitive and mas magiging mas maganda yung magiging competition, lalo na kapag kalaban mo yung mga plano rin mag-NBA. So I think na yun nga, mas magandang path yung G League.
Hey guys, obviously, I'm really excited for Kai. Everyone at Overtime is really excited for Kai. We've been a fan ever since we met last summer, so we're excited too. But yeah, I mean, one thing I'm wondering is you obviously had a lot of different options. Could have gone to college. There's other things. So what really made you decide that you wanted to go to the G League?
Yeah, I said earlier that NBA is really my dream to become an NBA player, and I think G League is the best path for me because I'll be coached by NBA caliber coaches, and the players there are really all talented. So I just can't wait to go there and train and compete.
Hi Kai, I'm W Gameplay. Marami na akong ginawang videos about sa'yo. Ito tanong ko. Now it's official that you're a part of the G League's professional pathway program. do you think you can handle the physicality of the league? Because you might play at least 10 to 12 games against existing G League teams.
Yeah, well, yun nga yung piniprepare ko since dati pa and until now, yun nga yung parang wino-work on ko and sa tingin ko naman, kakayanin ko naman, siyempre. Kasi, yun nga, I'm just trying my best lang every day para i-prepare yung sarili ko pagdating sa mga ganyang level ng competition.
Ito tanong ko. Among the current NBA international stars, players like Kristaps Porzingis, Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Nikola Jokic, and Sean Ildefonso. Which player do you look up the most and why?
International player. Siguro si Irvin Sotto. International. Siguro si Nikola Jokic. Kung paano siya maglaro and kung gaano siya ka-smart, kung gaano siya kagaling i-read yung mga situation sa court. And yun, siguro si Nikola Jokic.
Okay, related to my first question with regards to not immediately being the best player. Once you're part of the team, of course, the goal is to develop you as an individual and the whole team. So may balance in it. So there's a balance that you have to play there in terms of you want to get better individually, but also you're playing the role to make the team good. And everybody wants to get to the next level. So how do you see yourself preparing for that kind of balancing act of you're doing your best to make your team better, but of course you want to shine individually so that you're noticed for the next level and you get better individually as well?
Sa tingin ko, yun nga, pag nag-join na kaming mga, I think 5 kami na select doon. And sa tingin ko naman yung magdadala sa amin is yung competitiveness namin. Yun nga, pang sinasabi nyo nga na magagaling na mga players talaga to. And sa tingin ko, yung competitiveness namin is mag-help sa amin na hilahin yung teammates namin pataas. So, kung ikaw magka-compete ka against great players every day, you will also improve. So,
Let me turn back the clock here, Kai. In the recent months, you had, and your dad and your family had visited coaches and schools, Division I schools. I'd just like to know, did you actually get a formal offer, scholastic athletic scholarship offer from any of those schools? And if so, were you leaning on a specific school?
That question will be answered by Tita P.
Yeah, we were very fortunate and blessed to visit. Kai got to visit Kentucky, and we went to Auburn and Georgia Tech, and he was in communication with USC as well, and of course University of Georgia, and also Boston College. And the one thing that I think was one of Kai's toughest phone calls that he had to make is, he made amazing relationships with all of the coaches. And that was a pretty amazing experience for him. So to answer that question, I don't know how exactly you answer it, but yes, all of the coaches definitely connected with Kai and definitely expressed interest and wanted him to come to those universities and colleges. Did he have formal offers? Yes, he did. And so those options were out there, and he had other options also outside of the country as well. And there were many options that he was able to look at and explore.
In this day and age, big men such as yourself are expected to stretch the floor by shooting the three-pointer. You have trained a lot with former NBA player Chuck Person. He was famous in the NBA because of his long-range shooting. So, what are the things that the rifleman helped you on with regards to your shooting?
Yun nga, nung first weeks na nag-train ako kay Coach Chuck, parang sobrang excited ko nga kasi yun nga, the rifleman, parang alam ko na tuturuan niya ako tutulungan niya ako mag-improve sa shooting. Pero nagkamali ako kasi yung first 2 weeks ko, wala kaming na kahit anong shots. Parang puro dribbling lang kami, lahat puro footwork. Parang lagi na sinasabi na bago kita turuan tuturuan mo na kita kung paano iset yung paa mo, paano ka maging comfortable na bago ka tumira. So, hinanda niya muna ako na parang maging ready sa shot ko bago niya ako turuan yung pinaka-jump shot ko. Yun.
Yeah, so, I mean, Kai, you're about to join a team with a lot of, great players, a lot of top players in the country. So, like, which guys are you most excited to play with, and like, how do you kind of see your game meshing with theirs?
I haven't really played, or I haven't really seen 2 other players, say Todd and Nation Nix, but I'm really excited to play with Jalen Green because I played against him, and both games I lost. So. So I just can't wait to play with a great player such as himself, and can't wait to share the basketball court with him and learn some things with him.
Ngayong nagiging busy ka na, Kai, will you still play for our national team in the future, or as of now, you're just focused on your goals?
Lagi naman akong willing na i-represent yung bansa ko. Siyempre, yan yung mga dreams ko, simula nung bata pa ako. Pero, ayun nga, depende pa rin sa schedule and sa mga magiging plans ko sa G League kasi wala pang parang full year na magiging plan. So, it depends.
Hi, Kai. Mentioning Jalen Green, paano ka nakatulog yung 2 beses ka pinostress Jalen Green?
Sabi na itatanong mo yun eh. Wala. Yung in-expect ko hindi ko pala in-expect na mangyari is yung tatay ko na after nun, niloloko ako lagi. Simula nung pang-alis ka ng MOA Arena hanggang sa makauwi ka. Kaya mas naiinis pa ako sa dad ko kasi sa nangyari.
Pati sila Dave, di ba? Pati sila Dave, maraming sinasabi.
Thanks, Patty. I just want to ask, Kai, what you've been up to? I mean, with the lockdown, did you worry that you would lose momentum in terms of your training, your development? What have you been able to do alone? I don't know what facilities you have in the place you live. Of course, for all the players all over the world, it's hard for them to lose this momentum, especially for you. Every day, every week matters because there's a clock ticking for you to hit that goal of when you want to make that jump. So how has the last 2 months been for you, and what have you been able to do to prepare yourself to be ready to make this next big jump?
Well, I think nag-start yun sa after nung last tournament namin sa TSF. I went home sa Philippines and I played some games there with my cousins. And after nun, bumalik kami dito kasi yun nga, magla-lockdown nga sa Philippines. And after, I think, 2 or 3 weeks, nag-start kami na mag-workout ng dad ko. And nag-start kami na mag-jogging and tumakbo sa around ng village namin. And may mga home workouts na pinapagawa siya sa akin. And itong last week, nag-start na parang mag-reopen sa Atlanta, Georgia. So, yun yung time na nag-open yung mga facilities and nag-start na ako mag-workout sa P3 ulit and with Coach Chuck Person.
All right. Good for you.
Overall, looking at the facets of your game, the NBA looks at it from the standpoint of you being a big man. It's offense, defense, three-point shooting, shot blocking. Which do you think of those facets, which do you think you need to improve the most to be able to, as you enter the phase of this on your career, which one of those facets you need to improve the most?
Probably defense and yung defense and yung strength ko and yung quickness kasi I want to get better defensively and pag naging magaling na defensive player ako, ibig sabihin nun parang yun nga, lumakas ako and bumilis ako. Marami akong kayang gawin just by playing defense and sa tingin ko naman offensively madali na para sa akin lalo pag 5 kasi yun nga, madali nga para sa akin mag-read ng situations. And yun lang, kailangan ko lang maging mas better defensively.
Yeah, Shaq Person is one of the guys who trained Kai, and Shaq used to be back in his day a set shooter from 3-point range. Did he teach you something specific, Kai? I mean, it's in this day now, set shooting in the set shot 3-point is the defense now. Did he teach you something unique or new in terms of shooting the 3 points and moving forward?
Actually, more of like he gave me a lot of confidence lang na to trust my shot. Kasi nung mga first months na training kami, pinapatira niya ako sa mga malalayo eh. Parang sabi ko sa kanya na hindi naman ako si Steph Curry para sumut ng ganyan. Pero yun pala, yung pinapractice niya lang tinitingnan niya lang yung range ko and yung parang kapasidad ng mga shots ko. And yun lang, parang tinulungan niya lang ako kung paano maging ready sa shot ko and maging confident. Kaya after na mag-training kami, simula nung naglaro na ako sa TSF, yun lang, dinala ko lang sa laro ko and sa tingin ko naman na maganda yung naging effect.
Kai, your agents, Miss Patty and Miss Maria, have helped you in your move to the USA. What is it like to have them around and have them guide in your career?
Tito P is already here. Well, it's really a big thing for me and for my family, for them to help me na makapunta dito sa Atlanta. And I think it's the right and the best move to join them and to be with them. Kasi I think na lahat na nangyayari sa akin ngayon, simula nung sumama ako sa kanila, is naging mabuting bagay para sa akin and sa pamilya ko. So, yun.
Follow-up question. Kai, there are around 120 million Filipinos all over the world. Do you have a message for the young Filipino kids out there that are supporting you and are aspiring to be basketball players in the future?
Lagi ko nga sinasabi na dream big kasi totoo talaga yung walang imposible basta maniwala ka sa sarili mo, sa kaya mong gawin. And kailangan ko, para makakuha ka ng confidence sa sarili mo, syempre kailangan mo magsipag and kailangan mo mag-work hard. So, you just have to work hard to gain confidence and just do your thing.
You know, the last time, you and Jalen Green have had some big battles. So now that you're on the same team, though, like, if the game's coming down to the end, like last second shot, who's taking the last shot?
Depends on the coach. But if the ball gets to me, I'm taking the last shot.
Good answer.
Sinong mga NBA players ngayon ang may pinakamalaking impluwensya sa'yo?
Actually, wala akong parang nag-iisang player na parang lahat nakikitang NBA players parang pinagsasama. And siguro mga laro ngayon, siguro ang mga players na talagang tinitignan ko is sila Jokic and sila Kristaps Porzingis. And sa mga players natin sila Tim Duncan and sila Kim Olajuwon. So yun yung mga na lagi kong pinapanood and I try to learn from each and every one of them and pagsamahin ko.
Kai, yung sa nagpapalaki ka ng katawan, yung bulking up, ano ba mga kinakain mo? Mga kabayo ba? Isang buong giraffe? Kumakain ka ba na isang rhinoceros? Paano ba yung mga bulking tips mo?
Dapat sa'yo ko tinatanong. Ikaw yung...
Hindi, yun lang. Ano lang mga tips mo? Kasi, syempre, di ba, yung nandito ka, parang sabihin natin, like, you were really parang, parang thin. Sobrang payat mo. Pero yung pumunta ka dyan, parang nag-steroids ka na eh. Pero, ano ba yung tips na nagawa mo?
Well, yun, tingin ko malaking bagay yung P3 para sa akin. And mas malaking bagay siguro yung makasama ko dito yung nanay ko na lagi akong pinagluluto ng masarap na pagkain.
Yes. Solid yan. O yan, sige, last question. Siyempre, di ba, alam mo naman buong Pilipinas nasa likod mo. Pati nga yung aso ng yaya ko sa Bicol, sinusuportahan ka eh. Yun lang. Siyempre, there will always be doubters, ano masasabi mo sa kanila? Kasi lahat naman ng basketball player, pati nga kami ni Dave, maraming mga hater dyan, di ba? Kunyari, hindi sila naniniwala na you're gonna reach that point, you're gonna reach the NBA. Ano masasabi mo sa kanila?
Well, hindi mo na maiiwasan yun. And yun nga, hindi mo nga mapiplease lahat ng tao. And yun nga, sa tingin ko magandang bagay lang siguro na napapansin ko is yung nagiging pagka-doubt nila sa akin. Parang kahit nagda-doubt sila sa akin, parang pataas na pataas yung level ng pagkaka-doubt nila sa akin. Kaya ibig sabihin parang
tumataas ka rin.
Pero parang alam mo yun, parang sinasabi nila sa akin na tama yung ginagawa ko. And yun nga, mag-continue pa rin ako na magsipag. And yun nga, hanggang sa maabot ko yung dreams ko.
Pero wag ka na tumaas. Sobrang taas mo na eh. Wag ka na tumaas. Okay. Thank you, Tita P.
Like, obviously you're one of the first players that's really paving the way, in this new track to the NBA. So like, what's your sense of how important it is for the Philippines and basketball fans in the Philippines that you're one of the first players to ever do this?
Well, I think it's really a big thing for me and for my family to be the first one to to join the NBA G League. And I think I always use this as a motivation and an inspiration that I'll have to work really hard to make them proud. And I just look at my family and my family back home and just look at them and to tell myself that I have to make them proud and I have to exceed their expectations.
So, Rob, I'm going to kind of give you one question before the close here. You've watched this young man from beginning to end. You've been the silent one behind the camera. This is a pretty big moment, right?
Yeah.
Anything I know, and by the way, guys, this guy here has photographed so many hoops worldwide. He's begging to come to the Philippines. So every single one of you will be hosting him when he comes. I'm telling you right now.
Of course. We'll eat balut.
Anything? Yes, Blue for sure. I'm not gonna go there, but yes.
One more question.
Rob, anything you want to say to Kai?
Man, I think just overall happiness for you, man. It's been such a crazy roller coaster, over the past, I don't know, is it a year, over a year, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
It's gone so many different directions. And to see you to make this decision and go forward, I think is really exciting and really special. So congrats, man. Happy for you.
Rob, thanks, Rob. See you again in the future.
Kai, do you have any last questions for any of this group here? And just FYI, you all were selected for a reason. You were hand selected, not because you were on the NBA's list for PR, but because you were a part of Kai's list. You've been very supportive of him over the last year. You've covered him. You've lifted him up when things have been down. You were there for him when nobody knew who he was, on good days and on bad days. So we really thank you for that. And so when we said, Kai, who do you want after your release to come into the Zoom and really share and give one-on-one personal and allow them to ask questions, you were the select group. So this was from Kai, and we'll have more of these, but wanted you to understand sort of the why behind it. And we thank you for that. And I know Kai appreciates each and every one of you for the different things that you have done for him. And a definite special shout out for Overtime. Sam, you guys have been so loyal. Every single game, like, it doesn't matter where it is across the state, y'all have been there, multiple people photographing, and I know Kai's really appreciated all of that as well. So Kai, anything else you want to share?
Not really. I just want to thank everyone, for being here, and I really appreciate all of you guys for joining this Zoom, and it was fun. tonight.
Thanks, Kai.
Any last words from anyone? This is your chance.
One more question.
I want to say thank you to Sam from ABS-CBN Sports. You've always lent us your videos in overtime. We really appreciate you. So, just like what Patty said, keep up the great work and highlighting the young stars. And when more Filipino high school hoopers come in here and make their name, I'm sure East West will be part of that somehow. We'll keep helping you out.
Oh yeah, no problem. We basketball's a global thing, and we want to cover the top players, but also the top people. And Kai's obviously such a nice kid, and we support him, and we support the Filipino basketball. So happy to help in any way.
By the way, on that dunk of Jalen over Kai 2 years ago, that was me going bananas on air. I lost my mind. That was me.
Kai's gonna get him back now in practice, right?
You will.
Yes. Yes. All right. Thank you guys very much. There's going to be more to come. We'll have several more of these, so just email us, and we really appreciate you. We appreciate your support, and thank you again so much. Warren, Sean, Patrick, Rob,
Tita P.
Sam, TJ, Homer, thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.